In October of 1989, the graphic novel Arkham Asylum, A Serious House on Serious Earth released. Illustrated by Dave McKean and written by Grant Morrison, this novel fell in line with the more serious tone Batman had found himself in at the time. With the Tim Burton film releasing earlier that year, along with other novels like The Dark Knight Returns. This was a shift that would change how most people would perceive The Dark Knight, moving away from a campy, silly tone to a more dark and brooding one. Something that the art style of the novel itself shows spectacularly. Diverting from the usual graphic novel art style you find in the vast majority of novels by using a haunting, almost dream-like drawing and photos. The novel begins not following Batman, but the founder of the asylum, Amadeus Arkham, as a child, bringing food to his sick mother. Though once he reaches her, she says she has already eaten. Then, beetles begin to fall out of her mouth. These sections of the novel look into Amadeus' past, being told to us as flashbacks, giving us a history into his own descent into madness. With other examples, like killing his own mother, believing that in doing so, he is releasing her from her sickness and pain, as well as his family being murdered by a killer named Mad Dog, leading to Mad Dog's treatment and inevitable torture by Amadeus Arkham in his care at the asylum. After this flashback, we move to the present day, finally seeing Batman meet up with Commissioner Gordon. I also love the way Batman is depicted here, drawn to appear like a shadow, almost like you are spying on him behind a rainy window. Gordon tells Batman that there has been a riot at the asylum, with the inmates taking the staff hostage until their demands are met. Though one of their demands, they won't tell anyone other than Batman. Picking up the phone next to Gordon, it's the Joker who is on the other line, telling Batman that he will only free the hostages if he comes to the asylum alone. Otherwise, he will kill a woman he is personally holding hostage. With no other choice, Batman heads to the asylum alone. Once Batman arrives at the asylum, he is greeted almost immediately by Joker, who, very against his usual depictions, actually keeps his word and lets the hostages go. He welcomes Batman into the asylum almost like how you would welcome someone visiting your home. Once inside, Joker reveals his plan for Batman, to go through the asylum playing a twisted game of hide-and-seek, needing to find 4 people: Scarecrow, Killer Croc, Clayface, and Dr. Destiny. If he fails to find them, Joker will let all the inmates hunt him down and kill him. Joker taking a remaining doctor hostage, Batman has no choice but to go throughout the asylum and play Joker's game. This is honestly a very, very surface level breakdown of the story and art of the Arkham Asylum novel. I would highly recommend taking a look at Into the Depths video regarding the novel. He goes into much further detail with his own synopsis of the story, and this is honestly where I got the vast majority of my information regarding the novel itself. And of course, fast forwarding 21 years, Rocksteady would use this graphic novel as an inspiration for their game, Batman-Arkham Asylum. The story of Rocksteady's Arkham Asylum loosely follows the story beats of the graphic novel, largely taking inspiration of the foundational premise of the novel. The game begins with Batman transporting Joker to the asylum after stopping him from kidnapping the current mayor of Gotham. Arriving at the front doors, you'll get a good look at the decor of the asylum. With the intensive treatment facility, you will start to see clashes of modern technology with the older, overall Gothic architecture and design. This design can be found all over the island, from the grime of the medical wing that looks like you're more than likely to catch an infection being there, rather than get one cured.
Understanding the human mind.
Good afternoon, Arkham. Let's talk about the mind. How can such a complex entity...
The mansion that housed Amadeus Arkham that looks straight out of a haunted house movie.
Thanks for the help back there. What's wrong with this thing?
And to the awful conditions they kept the more clinically insane patients in with the penitentiary, keeping them docile with straitjackets and electric floors. Not to mention the dark, tropical botanical gardens that I know had Batman sweating in his suit.
Well, aren't you the persistent one, Bats?
Even the character designs look like they have been taken straight out of a comic book, with Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill reprising their roles from the animated series as Batman and the Joker respectively, with both of their designs more akin to a classic comic book look or how they were portrayed in the animated series.
That must have been his stop!
On the contrary, Joker, this is where you get off.
They aren't the only ones either. Scarecrow, Killer Clock, and Bane look especially gruesome looking, while Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn look, well.
What the heck, I'll cut you a break.
That feels so much better.
The attention to detail here is amazing too, especially when it comes to Batman himself. At the beginning of the game, Batman's suit will be in a perfect pristine condition, though as events unfold it will slowly start being damaged with rips and tears, until eventually at the end of the game, it's fairly worn and tattered.
You should stop Batman!
The sound design overall I thoroughly enjoyed, with the soundtrack largely composed by Nick Orndell and Ron Risch, who went on to compose the soundtracks to the next mainline titles, Arkham City and Night. The soundtrack itself was quite the blend of sounds, from dark and ominous to even some tracks that sound like they were ripped out of the 1989 and Christopher Nolan Batman movies respectively. Overall, the soundtrack to me helps bring the mood and atmosphere of the asylum together. After all, you can create a scary and dark of an environment as you want, but if you have circus music playing over the top of it, nobody's going to take you seriously. Other than the soundtrack, the voice acting is 10 out of 10. Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill bring their A game and knock it out of the ballpark.
There's no escape, Joker. I will find you.
Oh, I'm counting on it. Just not yet. He's a big one.
Of course, nothing comes to mind in an instance either of them have performed anything less than superb in any movies or games they have lended their voices to. Outside of them, the other casted characters are also acted excellently.
Stay where you are, Batman.
Listen to me carefully.
Help me! Please help me! Help me!
Long night, Jim.
Joker invades City Hall and holds the mayor hostage, leaving it to me to juggle SWAT teams, the media, and you. Yeah, it's been a hell of a night.
It's honestly hard to find anybody who was voiced poorly anywhere in this game. Rocksteady and their writing team did a fantastic job making sure nothing sounded weird or out of place. Even the banter between the New Jersey-sounding Blackgate prisoners, while a little goofy, still sounds great.
Are they ready? Have you planted the explosives yet?
Good. Razor's just finishing his off now.
Good. Let's test them out.
No! No, I'm still up!
Going back to the story, after arriving, you will be greeted by the warden, Quincy Sharp. Once you put Joker on a gurney, you will begin transporting him through the intensive treatment wing. During this transport, you will come across some inmates cheering Joker on, after which Joker will mention all the inmates from Blackgate had to be moved to the asylum due to an unfortunate fire at the prison.
Soon, boss!
Shut it
I'm
and keep
telling
moving.
you, the state of the wiring in these
shut
federal facilities is, well, it's shocking. My boys over there could have been hurt in that unfortunate fire.
On your way through intensive treatment, you will also pass by some other notable characters like Aaron Cash, Dr. Young, and the best representation of Killer Croc I have seen in any Batman media to date.
Croc, old boy! Is that you?
Get ready. Keep your weapons trained on it at all times.
Looks angry.
What's it doing?
I've got your scent, Batman. I will hunt you down.
Get that animal under control!
A toy collar won't stop me from killing you, Batman. And rip you apart. Eat your bones. That reminds me, I really need to get me some new shoes.
Move up!
After a short fake out on the elevator, you will finally catch up with Commissioner Gordon and tell him that it was almost too easy to catch the Joker.
You okay?
He surrendered almost without a fight. I don't like it.
Then, as if on cue, Joker beats on a guard transporting him and breaks free. With Harley Quinn already having taken control of the asylum's security system, she opens the door, allowing him to escape into the asylum, revealing that this whole thing was a setup to get Batman into the asylum, thus beginning your journey through the asylum.
Ta-da! Honey, I'm home.
Come on in.
Welcome to the Madhouse, Batman! I set a trap, and you sprang it gloriously! Now let's get this party started.
You will catch up to the Joker relatively quickly inside of intensive treatment, though before you are able to catch him, he releases a huge Bane-like prisoner, giving you a little teaser into Joker's true reason for coming back to the asylum.
He's a big one!
After beating this beast, Joker will show you one of the asylum's guards. Officer Bowles has knocked out and captured Commissioner Gordon. Returning to the holding cells and following the scent of Officer Bowles' workday flask, Oracle will play an audio log revealing it was Officer Bowles who helped Harley initially take over the asylum, ending the lives of many other officers in the process.
Hey Frank, where you been? Joker's got more men on the way. They're coming around the front of the asylum. Gotta stop them getting in, quick! Get over there! Damn, come on, everyone, cover the main entrance!
How many are there, Bowles? Wait, hang on, how the hell do you go with...
Oh! Frank, what are you doing? No, put it down! Frank, what the hell? Quinn! It's clear! Get your ass in here!
It's some piece of work, Frankie. Good. Balls at someone like you.
Though not very long after, you will come across Officer Bowles, dead and displayed on a stretcher. Picking up Gordon's trail outside by the Batmobile, it will eventually lead you to the medical building. Inside you will come across a few doctors who are in need of saving, one of which, Penelope Young, seems more concerned with finding her research papers than hiding and finding a way off the island.
We've got another problem.
I need to get back to the mansion. All my research notes are there. We can't risk Joker getting his hands on them.
It's not safe, Doctor. The island's a war zone. You won't stand a chance.
It's my life's work. You really don't have the authority to...
I'll get her there, Batman. You ask me. It's about time for a little payback.
I don't like it, but... Who called the elevator?
Wasn't us. It's coming from the lower floor.
Though up ahead, after rescuing Gordon, you will find Bane chained up and drained of all of his venom. He will reveal that Young was the one who drained him of the venom, and soon after, Joker will pump him back full of venom, prompting a boss fight, much like the one with the juiced up inmate back in intensive treatment.
Bane.
I thought he broke out of Blackgate.
Cut me down.
Who did this to you?
Dr. Young, the Bruja. She drained the venom from my blood. Must stop her.
Sorry, Has-Bane. The good doctor won't be a problem much longer. How do you like my puppet? What say we cut him down?
After arriving at the mini Batcave hidden on the island, Oracle will dig up files showing that Dr. Young was experimenting on the patients with a new, more potent version of venom that was being funded externally by someone who is then later revealed to be the Joker.
Dr. Young was heading up a project. It was big, lots of external funding. Here are the last notes she filed. I can't make sense of it. What does it mean?
Looks like she was experimenting on the Arkham patients. This new chemical only barely resembles the original venom compound.
There are a number of changes that appear to amplify the strength of the drug. Multiple references to a Titan formula. Even a small amount could trigger a venom-like transformation in the host, eliminating the need for the storage tank Bane requires.
Hang on. These notes aren't complete. The formula is missing. That must be the secret Dr. Young is hiding. If Joker gets his hands on this, he will create an army of 1,000 Banes.
After Dr. Young found out about her mysterious benefactor, she stopped all research, meaning this was the true reason that Joker came back to the asylum, to retrieve the research on Venom he had paid Young for to create an army of super juiced up henchmen.
I've been digging deeper into Dr. Young. According to her bank records, there have been multiple payments starting last April until 2 months ago. Then nothing. The payments came from a company owned by Mr. Jack White.
One of Joker's oldest aliases. So, Joker pays Dr. Young to create his army, and then all of a sudden he stops. Doesn't make any sense.
Hey, this is weird. The payments to Dr. Young's account didn't stop exactly. They were declined. Dr. Young put a block on her account.
Sounds like she had a change of heart. She tried to block the payments. Joker doesn't like it when his partners try to back out.
So he decided to get himself back to Arkham, find his formula, and create the army himself.
Exactly.
Like I said earlier, the story itself only follows the foundational premise of the graphic novel, though I do really like the changes it makes, as well as the sometimes quite obvious but intriguing twists and surprises it throws in between characters and story beats. The gameplay loop is a lot like a Metroidvania light, not quite as much backtracking required in normal Vania titles, but you will unlock gear and skills that will allow you to traverse and unlock new areas, like getting the explosive gel to break through walls or the line launcher letting you across large gaps, the grapple hook upgrade to pull down grates and eventually up high weak walls. These are used to access new areas on the island to progress the story, but mostly they are used to go back through areas and collect the trophies and solve the riddles the Riddler has been leaving behind for Batman to collect. While the riddles are usually fairly interesting to solve, some of them are just line up the dot of a question mark with the swoopy part in scan, as well as the trophies themselves really just laying around for you to collect, while most of them just hiding behind a wall or grate.
Yes, it is I, Edward Nigma, the Riddler, and more importantly, your intellectual superior.
The real star of the show is the melee and stealth combat.
Now let's get this party started.
Once Joker breaks free, you will be introduced to the free flow combat system. Much like your tools, you will only start out with a few basic moves, like good old punches, counterattacks, and ground takedowns. Eventually you will be able to take down goons just by pressing 2 buttons after building a combo, as well as throwing batarangs mid-combat without breaking your combo. While I love the melee combat, I honestly love the Predator stealth sections the most. In these, you will have to go up against goons with guns, so you aren't able to just charge at them and punch them.
The direct approach is suicide. I need to be smart. I find it difficult to pass them.
Much like melee combat, you will start with only a few moves, mainly grappling up to gargoyles and either glide kicking goons and doing a ground takedown, or sneaking up behind them and quietly choking them out, though eventually you will be able to hang from a gargoyle, much like a bat, and snatch them up or explode weak walls someone's standing behind, and pulling a floor out from under them. Batman isn't the only one who gets upgrades though. When the game first starts, you will mainly only fight regular goons, hand-to-hand, and armed henchmen, though eventually you will go up against goons with knives who can't be countered and need to be stunned before taken down, or the crazies who go down in one hit, but you need to finish them off with a ground takedown. Or the armed guards wearing heartbeat sensors, letting everyone in the room know when you've taken somebody out, as well as snipers who will watch over a room from a distance.
Ding dong! Joker again? Don't worry about that. I put a few surprises along the way.
Other than the encounters with your average goons, there are also a fair amount of boss fights, though most of them aren't really much to write home about, and honestly, my main complaint about the game. The Bane fight is really just a tutorial for fighting the Titan enhanced henchmen you fight later, only needing to throw a batarang when they charge you, stunning them, and then allowing you to beat them down. Poison Ivy's fight, all you really do is run around taking out guards while avoiding vines and throwing batarangs at Ivy.
Don't, please!
And the last fight with the Joker is just you fighting henchmen, pulling him down when he's looking at a chopper, and then beating him up.
Is that Jack Ryder's Get off me! When I get out of this...
Killer Croc's fight is at least somewhat interesting, having to sneak around on pallets, making sure not to make too much noise. Occasionally he will jump out in front of you, making you throw batarangs at his shot collar to make him go back into the water. Eventually he will start coming up around corners and or on the other side of barriers, making you have to quickly figure out where he's coming from. Though the real star of the show would of course be the Scarecrow sections. The first of which happening when you enter the medical wing, going into the morgue with a voice telling you to leave. Once you exit the room though, you won't be back in the hallway you were in, but a room just like the morgue you were in, except 3 body bags are now on the tables. 2 of the body bags containing Bruce's mom and dad, while the 3rd has Scarecrow.
Father, you should have stood up to him, son. Like a man.
Mom?
Help us, Bruce! Don't let us die!
Turning back around, the medical wing has been completely transformed into floating debris, with a giant scarecrow eventually showing himself, slowly turning, trying to find you.
You're in my world now.
All you really have to do is navigate the obstacles while avoiding Scarecrow's gaze. Eventually reaching a bat signal, you will shine at Scarecrow, snapping Batman out of Scarecrow's hallucinations. The second time you run into Scarecrow is at the mansion, with Scarecrow's gas transforming the mansion halls into the alley Batman's parents were murdered in, with voices of the killer and the officers who responded, including Gordon, comforting Bruce.
Hold it there, man.
Please, there's no need for this.
Stay where you are. I'll shoot.
I'll give you whatever you want.
Tom! Oh God, Tom!
Be quiet, lady. Just shut up.
Stay away from me! Run! Mommy!
Eventually ending up in another floating island of debris. The third time is on your second trip to intensive treatment with the famous game-breaking fake-out into the game restarting, except this time it's Joker who's transporting Batman through the asylum, with all the game's rogue gallery becoming the new doctors.
Did anyone catch the game last night?
While the overall gameplay of Arkham is fun to play and amazing to control, I really wish they had put more effort into the boss encounters outside of the Scarecrow and the Killer Croc sections.
Head of security and Joker was If you have any questions, please.
One last little piece of lore is there are these stone tablets scattered around the asylum. Scanning them will give you what appears to be little snippets of Amadeus's Arkham's memories of the asylum. Though after scanning the last one that is left in the place where the warden was being kept in the penitentiary, it will be revealed that the warden is the one that has actually been leaving these, believing he has been possessed by the spirit of Amadeus Arkham, and he needs to continue his work that he was originally doing.
My name is Quincy Sharp, the spirit of Amadeus Arkham. You have done well to decipher my story, and I pray it has helped you on your path. I trust that through my writings, you will do what is right. Please, I implore you, continue my work. This city deserves a savior. Continue my work.
These appear to be a sort of callback to the journal entries or the flashbacks for Amadeus Arkham we saw in the original graphic novel, as well as hint towards other things that will happen in the sequels.
Not let him out of your sight.
Outside of the main game, the only real post-game content is the Riddler challenge maps you unlock as you progress through the story and collect Riddler trophies. These are really just replaying different combat encounters from the main game while trying to get the highest score or perform certain takedowns during stealth sections. While I won't take a whole lot of time to complete all of these, I appreciate Rocksteady adding these, so you don't have to replay through the entire game if you're just wanting to get right into the action.
Hey, Dad! Go easy on him. For me? Oh, hell, what do I care? Do your worst!
I did try to keep this as objective as possible, and I cannot lie that I am a massive Batman fan. And Arkham Asylum ranks as one of my favorite games of all time. Of course, this game is fairly old at the time of this video is being posted, and most people that have an interest in playing have already done so, likely several times over. Though on the off chance anyone watching this hasn't played this wonderful game, I would highly recommend doing so, as well as picking up a copy of the graphic novel it was inspired by. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to catch you next time.
Someone's missing down there? You heard Joker.
What is going on inside your head, Wayne? He's gone. Just a twisted shell of a man. I have nothing to live for.